So welcome to Alto 1, part 3, run through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen so that we can sing through the music and look at the music at the same time. And these, I'm going to mute you all. So what we're doing is we're going to be working through just part 3 of this song. So hopefully you can see my shared screen. And part 3 starts here, You Are Not Alone. So I'm going to run it back just from, just before that on the track. As if it lets me do it. Actually, it's no good because you won't see my music anyway. So hopefully you've all got the video track up. You can all see that. So we'll run it from about 3:30 thereabouts. We're going to come in on You Are Not Alone, and we're going to loop through the whole section about 3 times. So I shall press loop, and then we'll just sing it through 3 times, and then we'll talk about it.
will be fine.
So I can loop through bits. So what I thought we could do now is we could just have a quick discussion about what part of the song you really want to just loop over several times. Yes, Mary, please talk.
The timing, it have to be really quick on bars 102 or 103.
Yep.
Getting the last year.
Yeah.
Yep, that's something that's come up quite a lot, so that's a good thing. We shall run over that one. Is there any other part of the song, that part 3, that you'd like to walk through? Yes, Lynn?
Yes, I'm just trying to find it. It's 105, the few. Trying to fit all of that in time. It's very, very quick.
Okay, so if we just loop through, you are not alone, you are not alone, you are not, the you are not alones, and just loop through those a few times. But the timing of the last one in bar 102, the way I've thought about it myself is that I'm saying to this person, you're not alone, and they're not quite getting it, and I'm trying to reaffirm, you're not alone, you're not alone. So it's at that point, you're not alone, you're not alone, is how I'm saying that last bar 102, 103 in my head as I'm singing it. So it's trying to just ramp up the insistence that they're not alone. And as you would talk it through when you were talking to somebody, you could say, you're not alone, you're not alone. And that's how that kind of timing is. So let's just run through it. Yes, Tina.
Quickly, at the end of that section, I think it's bar 101. Does he do a twiddly bit on the end of the alone? Does he go up and down? You know what I mean?
No.
No. Okay.
Not that I've heard. No.
So there's only one twiddly bit.
It's as per the music that I hear.
That's fine.
But
thank you.
Sing what you hear, definitely, because I might not have heard the same thing as you. But we'll crack on that as well. So let's just share screen again and run through that bit. So we need to go to, it's about 4:35. It's about there. It kind of starts. I'll run into it just slightly so that we don't jump straight on it. Yes.
Karen, did you think that's what you had on the screen while we were singing before?
Yes.
Well, you didn't. You had the music.
Oh.
You had the score with the highlighting on.
Ah.
I thought you didn't mean to put that up because it wasn't helpful at all.
Okay. I shall make sure that, is that definitely, it's because I've stopped share, isn't it? Okay, apologies for that. I thought you had this. So I will, now you've got this, we shall loop. I'm just going to start that again because I was busy muting people who were singing. Singing's good, but not when you're not muted. Okay, here we go. So we go, pause. 4:30 something or other. About there. So you can all see that? Excellent.
You have to be really quick and bounce off the alone onto the last U.
Yeah. Yep. The best way to do it is just to listen to it a few times, sing along gently so that you can still hear the track over you, and just keep repeating, she says, repeating it again and again and again. Yes,
Thank
Jane.
you.
Karen, I don't know whether it might be just me, or did anybody else notice the what do you call it, the video thing you were showing us wasn't in sync with sound.
That's because of
And
Zoom.
You Are Not Alone. Is that the Zoom that's doing
the Zoom,
that?
yeah. If you played
You
it,
Were Not Alone, it wasn't in sync at all.
yeah, it also
right, okay.
It also depends on what device you're playing it on. So if you're playing on an iPad or a smaller device,
Right.
it's all out of sync. So it needs to be on a big screen, and you need to really play it yourself. But it is a useful guide.
Yeah,
and it's the only way I can loop things as well.
So it must be me. Yeah,
it's you, Jane.
Right.
Totally you.
Yeah, it's me.
So the You Are Not
Never
Alone.
in sync.
You Are Not Alone. Slowed down a bit is you are not alone. These are the ones beforehand. You are not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. I'll slow it down. You are not alone. You are not alone. You are not. You are not alone. You are not alone. That's how it goes. So it's you are not alone, you are not alone. It's the dip on the lone in the middle of that section that catches people out. And just think it as one phrase. So it's not two separate you are not alones, it's one phrase. You are not alone, you're not alone. You are not alone, you are not alone. You are not alone, you are not alone. Okay, and just go over it. It's the only way to do it. So do you want to loop that bit a few more times? Do you want to see the video track of that, or do you just want to listen to it? You're a very indecisive group. You don't really care, do you? All right.
I'd like to see it if possible.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Lynn. I can do that. Right, here we go. So we're going to loop again. Make sure you're muted. So the more you hear it, the easier it gets. Yes?
Thank you. That was really good.
There are slower versions of the track out there on Facebook, I believe. I've just not downloaded them because they don't work for me on my computer. Not because they don't work for me. They would work for me, but I can't hear that it's a slower track of just Alto 1 on my laptop. So there's no point sharing that with you. So going towards the end of the song, I'll go back to sharing my music now, which you can see, and let's move that over there. Okay, so the last part that could be tricky is knowing, is coming in on time on You'll Be Found, You'll Reach Up and You Rise Again. There's quite a quick, although it looks quite long here because you've got a long bar, that is only a tiny little rest in between the end of Found and the beginning of You'll Reach. So that's quite a quick breath in there. So the timing of that can be tricky. And also at the end, so all these You Will Be Founds that we repeat 4 times, everyone is different. So it's just making sure that you know whether you're going to go, for example, this one here in bar 111, You Will Be Found goes down. The next one, You Will Be Found goes up on Found and goes up again there. Then it stays on that note, You'll Be Found and goes down. and then it goes straight at the end. It doesn't change at all. So there's 4 different you will be founds, and you really need to know which ones you're doing or which ones you're at. So try and figure out kind of almost like a story of how you're saying you will be found to the person that you're singing to, and to see if you can make a story up for how those notes work. I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys. It does in my head. I always have to have a story. I have to visualize everything. So for me, all those you will be founds are all slightly different in message as well as in notes, and that helps me. So if anyone else has got any other tips they'd like to share on that, that's great. Please do. Or otherwise, we'll just sing through the last bit now. So we'll go from the You Are Not Alones, we'll go from bar 104 and we'll loop to the end, if that's okay. Cool. And we'll start from there. So we'll start from where we finished. Excuse me, playing Silly Beggars now. Let's try again. We'll start from there and then I'll start looping it later on. Good practice. Has that helped looping it through a few times?
Can I ask what program you're using to do the looping?
It's called
I've got something on my phone that I can do it, but not on my laptop.
It's called VLC, and it's a little traffic cone, and it's a free download. So just type into your Google search VLC download, and it's pretty good. You can do lots of things with it. Let me just share my screen with you again, because it's something you need to set up when you do it. So when you get VLC, which is that, see that little cone just there, when you want to do a loop, so the loop, if you follow my cursor, is down here. They've got the record, camera, A, B, and pause play, I think that is. So it's the A and B that we use to loop. But in order to see that bar, because when you open up VLC, you'll just have the bottom row. To see that bar, you need to go to, where do you need to go to? View and Advanced Controls. So if you click on, you download it, open it up. Before you open up any track, click on View, click on Advanced Controls, and then you'll see these ones down here where you can loop. And then wherever you get to in your track, and it can be an audio track or a video track or this, which is both, doesn't matter what you load into it. So you go to Media, Open File, find your file and open it up. It'll start playing straight away. And when you want it to loop from a point, you press the A, B. I'll show you. We'll play it quickly. So if we play it, I'm going to click A and then click B, and you'll see what happens. Clicking A. Clicking B. And let it play. And it will just keep doing that until you stop it.
I've got Music Speed Arranger on my phone, which I find really useful. You can slow down tracks and you can loop. But I wanted something for my laptop, so when I'm sat at my laptop, I can do the same. So that's very useful. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I just remembered that you wanted to go through the if you bit, which is in bar 105. If you think of it as just putting an F sound on the beginning of the U word, rather than having to sing an extra note, even though you are singing the A. Even when the dark comes crashing through, you're kind of scooping up to it. And I don't want to say scoop because I don't want you to go phew. Don't want any of that going on. But it's really, really such a short word. You're almost not even singing the I of the if. Even when the dark comes crashing through, if you need someone to carry you. No, it doesn't do that. Yes, it does do that. No, it doesn't do that. It's the wrong you. So yeah, it's a really quick few. And the 4 you'll be founds at the end, so that help to know that it's a different message you want to give. So think of a different message. It's almost getting, you'll be found, you will be found, you will be found. And then right at the end, it's almost like you have been found. That like just one line, you will be found, is you have been found. That's how I'm listening to it. You can talk if you want to. But anyway, that's it in part 3. What I'd love to do now, if that's okay, is I'd like to warm down using our bubble devices, do the whole song, Alto 1, bubbling it through, just so that we can get our voices back into a nice relaxed state. And it'll be fun to watch it back. Try not to get. Oh, I'm going to put my lid on this time. Didn't have my lid before. See if that helps. I won't get so wet. Yeah, snap. Right. So
can I just ask?
Yes.
Can I just ask something? Where do you get those bigger plastic straws from? Is there some supplier?
You can buy them. There's some information I think on Facebook about them, or in the SOVT instructional video about them.
Right.
But my bigger straw I happened to get from Costa.
Okay, so there's no special place.
No special place at all. You don't have to spend any money on it.
I thought
really.
the plastic straws, you couldn't buy them anymore because of the environment. I just happened to have these from years ago in my drinks cupboard.
Yeah. Well, there's metal straws. If you can get a metal straw, because obviously that will keep going forever and ever and ever. So they're quite good.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, no worries, Lynn, no worries. Right, let's, I'm just going to share the sound this time. So just that one. Except it's not letting me. It won't let me find. I need to open it first. No, it's frozen on me. Oh, that's no good. Oh, I know why. Oh, we'll have to do it with that one then. Okay. 2 ticks. You have to give me a thumbs up that you can hear something when I actually play it, please.
And oh, someone will come running, and I know they'll take you home. Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you, and when you're broken on the ground, you will be found. So let the sun come streaming in, 'cause you'll reach up and you'll rise again. Lift your head and look around. You will be found. You will be found. You will be found. You will be found.
Fab. Right, I'm going to stop the recording now. So thank you for allowing me to record you.